friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Helen and it's so nice to see you here today. So today's video is going to be an in-depth video on why blush is an important step for your makeup. Blush has been a popular staple since ancient Egypt for bringing a fresh and youthful look onto the face, inspired by the increased blood flow onto the cheeks. However, in these modern times, there are so many different types of blush formulas coming out, and there's so many different techniques that we can use and different types of unique placements that we can apply to enhance, manipulate, and flatter our facial features. The first thing we're going to be covering is the different types of formulations. There are 5 different types of blush formulas, which is gel, liquid, cream, stick, and powder. Gel is the least common type of blush formula that you will see. It's most commonly used when the makeup prep is water-based and on a naked skin. The reason why that is the case is because in my previous video I mentioned on why it's important to know what kind of makeup prep formulas you're using together is because formulation is really important. And let me just give you a small little recap. There's 3 different types of formulas, which is oil, water, and silicone. And water-based is always going to be water-based alone. They're not going to play with oil or silicone, because when you see oil and water mixed together, it never mixes because the oil will float and the water will be on the bottom. Your makeup is going to be separated really easily as well, and it's going to cause a lot of like peeling, also create a desert kind of vibe, and it just makes a really unflattering makeup prep. So for oil and silicone, you will often see them to be formed together, so you will want to make sure that your makeup prep of your ingredients is going to be oil and silicone together and water-based to be separated. So therefore, gel blush formula is not really commonly used because it's mainly used in water-based. One of the things you'll also realize about gel formula is that they're really not highly pigmented at all. The whole point of it is to also create a very natural flush. So like when you choose your gel formula, no matter how dark the shade is and like the color is looking through the tube, it's not going to be so pigmented when you actually apply it. So let me just show you a formula that I have. This is not a gel formula, but this is a serum formula, and it's very similar to each other. Apply here. This is the gel. So if you apply it on, you could kind of obviously tell that in the skin, it kind of blended in and just created more of a natural flush. Let me just show you guys in depth later on. It just created a very natural, a little slight pink hue into it. They are not really a commonly used blush formula for those reasons, but a lot of people who do a no makeup look, or also likes very natural, very soft type of makeup where they don't put too much, they just put like a little bit of blush and a little bit of highlighter. And in my personal opinion, I do not like this type of formula whatsoever, because if you're a beginner and you're going to put on gel, there's often times when the formula tint the skin super fast before you actually blend it in. You have to use your finger for it. You can use your brush if you're okay with it to tint your brushes, but with the sponge, it's gonna absorb the product more faster, so I highly recommend using your fingers. Second is liquid blush. They're the most common blushes you will see in the market. It has a very diverse amount of techniques you can use. It is a lot easier to use than a lot of formulas. Liquid blushes can vary from very pigmented to at least pigmented depending on the color. It has a really deep and also more of a vibrant color. There is a higher chance that that color is going to show up more, and depending on your skin tone, whether you're deep or light, it would apply differently, and it would also vary on how much product you will be using onto your skin for a blush effect. So let me just give you a little example. This is my most commonly used blush. This is from SheGlam, and it's the shade Hush Hush, and it's very light and airy. You can kind of tell right here. But if I were to use this shade, which is a lot more darker, and it's called Risky Business, it's a lot more darker than this one. So I would probably apply a little bit of this one and more of this shade onto my skin, so I can actually have some blush look onto my face. I find it to be most easier to apply for beginners and to really experienced makeup artists, because it's extremely blendable and comfortable to use. There are so many different types of techniques people use to apply this, which is spatulas to apply for a light application, to using their fingers, brush, or sponges. So this is one of my favorite blush formulas for beginners, to makeup artists who want to achieve a clean girl, natural, and a full face makeup look. The third one I'm going to be discussing about is I'm going to actually link the cream and stick together. The reason why is because because they are the same formulation and the only difference is in what kind of container they're going to be in. So this is one of the most commonly used, and I believe that if you do plan on getting cream or stick blush, I would honestly recommend just using a lipstick. The reason why is that they are similar in formulation, and due to the diverse amount of colors in lipsticks, you can get it in many different styles of dewy, glowy, natural, and pigmented finishes, beneficial for beginners. And honestly, right now I'm actually wearing a lipstick on my cheeks, and I honestly am gonna be really honest about this. A lot of the blush sticks that I've experimented, let me know if you guys know any other type of blush sticks I should try that I might be missing out on, but this is my personal opinion. A lot of the blush sticks that I've tried really waxy, and I don't know if that's like a common thing that I've been noticing, but because it's very waxy, it has a tendency of kind of melting off my makeup and also creating a very not so pretty technique. So I just highly recommend just using a lipstick instead. If you guys know any blush sticks that I'm missing out on, please let me know, but this is just my personal opinion with blush sticks. For the last one is going to be powder. Powder blushes is the most popular type, and I love powder blushes. Powder blushes are amazing because they're really good in creating more of an in-depth color of what kind of technique and where you want to apply it. So for example, right now I only have the cream blush that I applied with my lipstick right now. Let me just get a blush real quick and let me just show you something you can do with a powder blush. I like to consider a powder blush to be more of something like a setting powder for your makeup. So this is just my opinion. I have a lot of trouble where the blush just kind of like fade the fastest when it comes to makeup. So this is one of my favorite ways to make sure that the blush shows up throughout the whole entire day. Thank you. And this is in the beige knit. It's my favorite type of blush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually get some powder, and I like to just go into the areas where I would like to have some depth into. So for right now, I want some more depth into the high points of my cheeks right here, and I'll just apply that on top, blend that out a little bit like this, and you would kind of see that the blush is well sitting there. What you're practically doing with the powder is just really setting the blush to be there and keep the pigment, and I feel like powder is one of the best makeup settings technique. So that's just my personal opinion. I tied my hair because it was so hot, but now we're going to be talking about blush shades and color hues. So blush shades are really important when it comes to creating a vibe. A lot of people have been using their personal colors that matches their skin tone, and also is very helpful to create an enhancement and a harmonious look together. But depending on the depth of the shade that you choose, for your blushes can create a different type of vibe on your look. For example, choosing more of a pinky red and coral shades can create a cute and lovely type of vibe, but choosing more of a darker, deeper shades like really deep colors like burgundy, dark purple would create a vampire grungy and gothic kind of vibe. So just depending on what kind of shades you use will change the different types of vibes you would do. One of my personal opinions is that personal color is, when it comes to choosing a blush shade, is not that important. The reason why is because I'm a warm tone, but sometimes when I apply cool tones, I realize it also looks really good. You can commonly see this in K-pop idols. They are like clearly warm tone, but they would apply a cool tone pink blush, and it just creates a cute and innocent vibe. And honestly, it just really doesn't matter that much when it comes to choosing a blush shade. Now we're going to be talking about the blush placements and why it's super fun and super important to help enhance and create vibes. Blush placements is just how you can create a actual different types of vibes and also manipulate the way that your facial features are going to be shown upon. You can also shorten the width of your face right here through where you apply your blush, or you can also use it in different types of techniques. So let me just cover everything in depth so you can figure out what you like the best and try it out yourself. So the Japanese igari makeup is one of the most popular type of techniques that's been around for Asian makeup. It also translates to drunk cheeks, and in a lot of American makeup artists call it the sun-kissed look because it looks like the sun actually kissed your cheeks, and it just creates a natural blush, like as if you got like a little bit sunburned. Helps create a cute, youthful, innocent look. However, in Japanese egari blush, there is different types of ways that they would apply this blush technique. So these are the different types of egaris from the many different types of techniques that they have here. And oftentimes it will be applied into the midpoints of your cheek to your nose or just on the midpoints of your cheek. So right now I actually have egari blush on right now, and it's my favorite types of blush technique because it just creates a really cute and honestly feels like it matches my vibe the most. Applying a blush on the high cheekbones right here can create an elegant sculpted look that helps with defining the cheekbone structures and slim down the sides of your face and create a slimmer look. It is extremely beautiful to apply blush on top of it to create a dewy look. Actually, while I have the egari blush on, I actually did put it on the high point, so it does look like my face has slimmed down onto the side. My personal favorite is to actually always do egari makeup first and then like put the high points with a more deeper shade. Applying the blush directly under your eye, it honestly left super fast because it's not like a really popular look, but it was popular when we were doing the I cried look or like I'm cold look. Very popular for creating a youthful, sweet girl, cute girl look. This technique is often used to bring more volume onto the egger side, but I highly recommend this for people who want to have a grudge-fied vampire and gothic look. And the ones for the lower apple cheeks is the most interesting one, and it actually left super fast as well. And this trend was popularized for people with fuller cheeks or for those who want to mimic a fuller cheek. And why I heard of this blush technique a while back is because there was a popular program called Get It Beauty, and Get It Beauty is a program to learn about hair, skin, makeup, anything beauty. A lot of hairstylists, skincare, dermatologists, and skincare people and makeup artists come and they teach their techniques on how to help people improve their makeup skills. And oftentimes a lot of K-pop artists came and Korean celebrities came to share their tips and tricks. In that program, they called it the Swedish baby look because of how in Sweden is really cold, so a lot of babies flush in their cheeks right here, or to create a youthful, like cute little vibe. And they thought that that placement right there would help bring a little bit of youth and a little bit of cute vibes into it. Europe time, so that's my personal opinion. But now it's actually considered as the boyfriend blush. I do recommend trying it out to see if it matches you. So these are my honest opinions on why blush placements is super important for your makeup look to enhance your vibe and enhance your features. I highly recommend that you guys try out all of these different types of techniques so you can find the one best for you. One of the things I do want to let you know on is that blush techniques can be different. It doesn't have to be specifically in those specific areas. There are some people who uses it in very different areas, so I highly recommend to just have fun with it, play with it, figure out what is best for you. One of the things I do want to let you know on is that blush techniques can be different. It doesn't have to be specifically in those specific areas. There are some people who uses it in very different areas, so I highly recommend to just have fun with it, play with it, figure out what is best for you. And let me know if you guys try any of these techniques and what you thought about this video. Also, please tell me what kind of video these makeup videos as well in the comments down below, because I love responding back to you guys. And if you like this video, please don't forget to put that like button up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more videos like this, and I hope to see you guys next time. See ya!